The presentations, the riders, the people that were here telling their incredible stories.
I had a great time. I got to meet all kinds of people with the same kind of interests.
You hardly know each other, but because you have this connection through this community, it's like then you make stories.
My favorite part about HU is just coming here and seeing old friends, and then also making new friends, making new connections.
When I get here, I don't really ride out a lot. I come to see the people. It's like a family reunion for me.
All the people I got to meet and all the adventures they've been on makes me feel unworthy.
This is my first time at a Horizons Unlimited meeting, but I've been following the hub for 10, 12 years now.
Started motorcycle riding after 25 years of taking a break, and was looking into doing BDRs and getting to meet my fellow riders.
We had a lot of rain this year, but I came prepared.
Yeah, I've come over from the UK specifically for this meeting, actually.
What an awesome event this has been. I mean, yeah, it's true we had a bit of rain in here, and honestly I thought for sure the crowd would thin out a little bit more because of the rain, but I mean, these guys are just so hardcore. Like a little bit of rain isn't going to keep them away.
So we have a calendar of fun.
A spreadsheet of fun.
And we scour the internet looking for events.
Non-stop, falling down in the mud.
Meeting people you have things in common with, and getting ideas for places to go.
The presentations by some of the more experienced people that did around the world trips.
Yeah, hearing their amazing stories and where they've been, what they've done, because we've learned so much from other travelers.
And I was wondering how my presentation will go and how people will like and respond to it, and people were very appreciative or encouraging and supportive of that philosophy of traveling on small bikes.
Because, you know, we're still kind of learning the ropes, right? So it's nice to hear from other people.
The reason I came to the 23 Horizons is to hear Elspeth, her adventure going around the world at such a young age.
You know, you could just hear that story over because she adds a little bit. You just get a little bit more every time you see her.
There's several other people who did round the world trips. Just their pictures alone were amazing.
We did a trip from the UK to Morocco in 1970, and then last year redid the same trip on the same bikes.
Don't waste your time in front of the TV on the couch with a bag of Doritos.
I love the gear ideas. Like you always meet somebody that has something that you don't have.
They gave a lot of tips and tricks that would help other people that want to do the same thing.
I don't ride a motorbike, and so I was a little unsure about it, but I love adventure travel.
Got to meet a lot of people who already watch my YouTube channel and meet some new ones who might do so in the future, so it was awesome.
Or sharing ideas with people who don't, that are new. That's kind of cool too, to see like sparkle in their eyes.
It's a tricky thing to try and analyse 50 years of travel, and I'm still wondering exactly what I've seen.
It really satisfied all that curiosity and meeting such great people.
And you can see when the stories are being told that everything is doable.
How do you work this thing?
I've thoroughly enjoyed the 3 days I've been here.
It was wonderful. I enjoy this.
If you're thinking about doing a Horizons Unlimited presentation, I think about what is the message that you want to convey in your presentation, and who you will be talking to, and how it will be helpful for them.
It is so worth it. It is beyond worth it. The camaraderie, the friendship, the connections that you're going to make here, you're not going to make anywhere else.
We've had a really good time in spite of some really bad weather, but about 135 folks stuck it out. We had a good time. The presentations were well intended. We had fantastic speakers. As always, the camp took good care of us. Good food, good accommodations, and we're ready to come back next year, last week in April 25th to the 28th, 2024. We hope we'll see you here. See you next year.
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 See you next year.